Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel, Mantalk Productions here. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial slash flight of the Aeroplane Heaven DC-3 version 1.2. The reason that I'm saying 1.2 is that it's recently, just last Sunday, been updated to 1.2, and they've fixed a few things with the engine start sequences, and that's a big deal because when this first came out as an add-on, they had this custom coding in place which really didn't help with the engine start sequence. It was a bit buggy and a lot of people were having major difficulties actually making this work, myself included. So I didn't really fly 1.0. I've recently been clocking up a number of hours in version 1.1, and now I've just installed version 1.2, and this will actually be the first flight that I'll be flying in version 1.2 of the Aeroplane Heaven. Let me just start Project Fly so you can see what's going on. Today we're going to be flying a historic flight plan in the British European Airways livery, BEA. This was B-Line 129, that's the flight number of this route. It was from Manchester to Amsterdam in Europe, roughly around the 1940s. If I bring up the document that I have, you can see here that we've got Manchester to Amsterdam, call sign, excuse me, call sign B-Line 129, the actual flight number is 454. Roughly 2 hours to complete, 267 nautical miles, and it gives us a historic flight plan, which is really, really interesting because this flight plan is an NDB only flight plan, which is something I have never actually done ever on my YouTube channel. I don't think I've ever actually done an entire flight plan using NDBs. I've used NDBs in flying and navigation, but not solely. And this is going to be kind of weird for me because, I mean, if you check through the document I have here, I actually have I'll show you where I've got this. DC3airways.net have a beautiful section on flying the DC3 in the sim, and showing you some information on the old airlines that used to operate the DC3 in various places. There's this set of routes you can download here for BEA, and then they have another set of routes for American Airlines, which I have been doing a lot of American Airlines DC-3 flying. If you see my fleet, I've been doing a fair amount of cruising with the Aeroplane Heaven DC-3 in the 1.1 version. Here it is, 28 hours, and I've basically just worked my way from Boston across to LA, and then now I've just been randomly doing my own legs. I'm kind of going to be circling my way back to Boston at some point soon. But it's given me enough of an idea on the DC-3 that I feel like I can actually realistically do something half decent or half baked for you folks here on the video. We are on VATSIM today, so if I bring up, yep, we can see there is ATC at Manchester, there is ATC at Amsterdam, and hopefully this is going to be one of those flights where these stations do not go offline just as I'm about to get to them. We have, I think, one other aircraft at Manchester at the moment, a Thomson Airways I saw earlier on, up just off screen to the right, and I think also something on final approach to land as well. Yeah. A Dreamliner from Bristol. Interesting. Yeah, there he is. And as VATSIM would have it, he is a default CRJ. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. I cannot wait for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Anyway. Let's just get set up. Let's just get my controls just in the right place. Let's go to see some views. So I have, let's just go over the aircraft to begin with, as if we're doing a walk around almost. I have a few gripes with the the aircraft, as I've already mentioned. One of them is, it's a bit of a love-hate relationship, because you can see this is, they've done a few touch-ups to version 1.2. You can see that the external model and the internal model is excellent. It's PBR, it looks beautiful, it's using the most latest, you know, PBR standard we have now in P3D version 4.5 and version 5. I'm running this on version 4.5-14, I think it is. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to look at my version number about... Yeah, 4.5.14.346.9 or 8. So the visual models, the visual modeling is very, very nice. But there are a few things that just get my goat, that they just they're really weirdly obvious things that I've managed to pick up and I'm not that fussy. Like, let's be fair, I'm not a terribly fussy guy. Like, if the visuals are a bit meh, that's fine. If the flight model, though, is what I really care about. I mean, that's why you actually fly, isn't it? Is to do things realistically. If it looks a little bit dated, then, you know, I can deal with it if the flight model's good. But anyway, the visual texturing is all pretty good. The reflections, the PBR, you know, couldn't ask for more. Excellent, right? So you'd think this is worth its money, right? But then you look at things like this. Look at this on the exterior model. This is the aircraft skin, metal skin, and it's got a massive, great gaping hole in it. And I'm just like, I just saw this, you know, half an hour ago, and I just thought, what on earth? What, like, this isn't a cheap add-on either. This is, like, what's going on there? You can clearly see it's an actual geometric split. And then if you look at it from the opposite angle, you can't see it. But from that angle, it's just like, guys, come on, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And then, you know, if you go up to the nose, you can see they've got this dark crease, which makes sense if, excuse me, if that's the effect that they were trying to go for, that's fine. But if you zoom in, you can see that the crease is actually produced by almost overlapping the geometry. You can see that where the geometry comes up, stops, moves down, almost overlapping itself, and then up again like a huge crease. So, again, I'm just nitpicking. I'm really nitpicking with that one. But like, for the cost that this is, really? What? I don't know. I just don't know. Also, when you go to open the doors, if I go around to here, oh no, the door that I'm looking for is over this side. No, it isn't. It's over here. Oh yes, okay. So the way you open the doors in the DC-3 is you actually physically click the door handles. The door handles are click spots, right? So I learned that in version 1.0 and version 1.1. I was like, okay, I got this. Let's open the door. I open that door. That makes sense. Lovely texturing as normal. Really, really stellar texturing job. They really do a good job at making the different textures look authentic. And then you go to the exterior door. There was actually a handle on version 1.1. And on version 1.2 they've removed the handle, which is like, well, okay, click spot, hello, how do I actually open the passenger compartment? And I was a bit annoyed. You actually have to go, as far as I can tell, you have to go around to the inside of the cabin and click the ridiculously unobvious that handle to the back door of the cockpit opens the passengers. So I guess the idea is that, you know, if you're flying, let me just get my cockpit, my pilot camera. Okay, the idea is if you're flying, you know, from your seat, the idea is that you look around and all you have to do is click that button, which is supposed to be easier than, you know, zooming in on the external view and clicking this tiny little button here. I guess that makes sense, but it's just ridiculously not obvious. Also, again, this is a bit of my love-hate relationship here. they've modeled and textured us these beautiful, you know, coffee, tea, hot water, etc. Look at all these like beautiful little like cups and decanters and teapots, and it's just like, well job, Aeroplane Heaven. It looks beautiful. It really does. Like that is a step. That is what I'm paying for, right? Oh, I guess that's not actually what I'm paying for. I don't know. It's like yes, but no. I don't know. I can't. It's hard to rate this. It's like I want to rate it well. I love the DC-3. I love vintage airliners, and I'm happy to add this to my collection. But yeah, yeah. Also, another thing they did in 1.2 is they weathered the compass a little bit more, and it's like, well, yeah, that's great. Thanks for that. We didn't really need that, but yeah. Also, and this is the last thing I'm going to gripe about because I'm actually feel like I don't gripe that much about add-ons on my videos, so maybe this is the one anomaly of my channel. But whenever you go to, if you press Shift 1, you pull up the little 2D panel which allows you to, select your different states. If you click the cold and dark button, if you load the aircraft in, by the way, it's usually by default in the ready for taxi stage. It's already, the engines are running, etc. If you press the cold and dark button, the engines will shut down, but the texture of the running propeller is still being displayed and still rotating as if the propeller is running. So you get this weird effect where the propeller is stationary when you press that button and it shuts down. The engine's shut down, but it also has this spinning halo thing, which is like, I don't know. But version 1.2. There's new things to love. They've added noises to certain things. They still need to work on this. Yeah, the windscreen wipers. They don't actually wipe anything. They've added the true glass droplet effect whenever you fly in rain, which is lovely. That's great. But whenever you turn on your windscreen wipers, the whole idea is that you can then see a portion of the screen that has no water droplets, right? These don't do anything. They literally just animate back and forwards like that and don't actually wipe the screen. And then also a kind of thing is that whenever I press on, I expect the windscreen wiper to start from its still position, wipe and wipe and wipe and wipe. But whenever I press it, it starts from some random position, like it, and then whenever I stop it, it immediately snaps back to its stopped position. But then it worked there. It worked that time. And then I don't know. Okay, never mind. That's it done. Let's actually fly the aircraft. Okay, so one thing I have been doing as of late is I have been using PackX, which is a handy little tool. I enjoy it. So I'm going to use this today. I'm going to select my BEA career. Next, I'm going to go EGCC to EHAM. Flight number is BEA129er. Cruise out is 9,500. That's what the flight plan says, but I'm sure ATC will give us something different. Flight time's 2 hours. Time to take off. Oh, I actually don't know. I'm going to give myself half an hour and hope that's okay. Select the DC-3, and we actually have how many? Oh crap! What have I done with my? Okay. How many seats do we actually? I think we have 22 seats in the DC-3. Let's actually just 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21, 22. 22 seats in the DC-3, okay? So with 22 seats, let's go back to here. Let's say that gives us 32 seats, which is a bit weird. I'm going to give us 22. We do not have any of this fun stuff. Although no, actually let's not. That's custom. And then custom. Okay, let's just go right. I've set boarding to instantaneous because the kind of flights I've been doing with this is like with the Boeing 744, and it just takes like 50 years to actually seat about 400 passengers. They're going to go through their briefing, but for now, let us go to ATIS.
Flight attendant call button.
Okay, actually start my tracker. I should do that.
If the overhead bin is full found inside of it, please close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers.
Okay,
Once all your
track
items
aisle.
are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well.
Okay.
If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please read the exit scene response.
Let's turn on the GPU, and you do that by going under the belly and clicking one of those... You what? No. They took away the GPU. The click spot for the GPU's gone. Okay, I guess I'm just supposed to run out of battery then. That's fine. Wow, okay, yeah. I don't know. Right, well that door's open. Let's actually just close that because we're technically already in the cockpit. Screw that. Right, so let's get the battery on. Let's not touch anything else yet. Let's go to ATIS and see if we can actually tune ATIS in this aircraft. 121.975.
Acknowledge a receipt of information hotel and advise aircraft type on first contact. Manchester Information Hotel, time 0950, automatic, runway in use 05 left, transition level flight level 65, surface wind 090, 7 knots varying between 040 and 160 degrees, visibility 10 kilometers or more, no cloud detected, temperature +19, dew point +13, QNH 1009, threshold, QFE 1000, acknowledge a receipt of information hotel,
Okay.
and advise aircraft type on.
Okay, right, so that's information hotel. Departing runway is 05 left. Trans is 65 with a QNH of 1009er. So that's good. Let's just make sure that my... Yeah, that seems to be okay. My view is set okay. Right, so I have filed in my flight plan. If you have a look, there is my flight plan. I've preset that, so that should be fine. Let's go over to Manchester ground now, which is 12185. 12185. Okay, I am back. I just grabbed a different stand, and here I am. So reconnected to VATSIM and refile my flight plan, and let's grab. Okay, let's just wait for it to...
Please take a few moments to now locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft.
Okay, there we go. 12185.
We need to evacuate the aircraft. There is lighting on the floor that will guide you towards the exit. In the event that the cabin loses pressure, an oxygen mask will drop right in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you.
Approved, call for
Yes! That works. Let's see if I can actually transmit. Yes, okay, I can transmit.
Tomjet 49 Papa 7206, request mission start. Tomjet 49 Papa 206, push start approved, face to the south. Mission start approved, face south, Tomjet 49 Papa.
In the unlikely event of a water landing,
I'll just go to the exterior view so I don't have to listen to the stewardess doing her thing. Okay, I'm going to need to start the engine first to get electricity to the aircraft. I think that's what that is. Screw that, I'm going to start first. Okay.
ready to go.
So both mixtures to auto rich. Crack the throttles. Propellers full forward. Let's go and sort our fuel. Our fuel is going to be, it doesn't have actually left main, right main, and let's go up to our About this view should be fine. So, engine primer's on. Boost pump's on. Push in for... actually, both set those to off. I am going to start the right one first, so energize. Mesh. Watch for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There you go. That's a started engine. Now we go with... You can turn the right primer off. Let's go left engine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the right engine. Okay, so engine start is... I can now turn those off. And that off. So engine start is okay. Now, yes, okay, electricity is restored to the aircraft. So that battery, the battery time is really not that long. Oh, hello. Okay. Right. Let's just do that while we talk to Manchester ground, Beeline 129er, radio check.
Beeline 129, hello, TV 5.
Thanks. Beeline 129er requesting IFR clearance as filed, information hotel, QNH 1009er, aircraft type DC-3.
Beeline 129, roger. Are you able to fly VORs?
Affirm, that's not stated on the flight plan, but if you want me to, I can do that as well.
Yeah, I could do with you going off a VFR just to get out of Manchester, and then you can expect to go direct to Cranwell, then your flight plan from there.
Yes, I can do a VFR departure, then direct Cranwell, then NDBs from there, if that works for you, Beeline 129er.
Beeline 129, you can still get IFR if you want, but it'll be a right turn on track to Trent after departure.
Affirm, right-hand turn on track to Trent after departure, Beeline 129er.
Beeline 129, correct. Your squawk will be 7311 and cruise level, flight level 90.
Squawk 7311 and cruise level is flight level 90, Beeline 129er.
Beeline 129, readback is correct. Report ready.
Wilco. That latency.
Comjet 49 Papa, request taxi.
I've said it before, that latency is...
Hotel now 118625.
That is latency itself. Okay. Can I actually...
Taxi to Alpha 1 by November Charlie, Delta and Alpha.
I've just realised.
Alpha 1...
do I even have a squawk
Charlie, Delta and Alpha, Comjet 49 Papa.
I don't even know if I have a squawk code. Okay, so update. What I've had to do is find out the correct equipment suffix for my aircraft, which I believe is Yankee, which is an aircraft that's equipped with radio navigation but has no transponder. So, and in that time, of course, in grand fashion, the ground has gone offline, so I'm going to go over to tower and basically ask for the same clearance. So 118.625, 118.625, 118.
Beeline 129er, if he's already given you clearance, then it should all be okay. So if you're ready, push and start is approved, facing west.
Push and start approved, face west, 129er. Okay. Tried to clear up my flight plan with the tower controller, but...
How much of the tower, Easy 110, we're on stand 1, type A320, requesting IFR clearance to Venice as far.
Easy 110, clear to destination, Listo 2 Sierra departure, squawking 0331.
Okay, clear to Venice by Listo 2 Sierra departure and squawk 0331, Easy 110.
Easy 110, read back correct.
Okay. Now, the DC-3 has a free castering tail wheel, which means that there's no directional input for the tail wheel. It's just my there you go. It's just my wheel brakes which are actually turning the aircraft, and the tail wheel is just swinging left and right freely. So I'm just going to come around into a turned around position and declare myself ready for taxi. A Beeline 129er ready for taxi.
Beeline 129er taxi, holding point Alpha Foxtrot 1, correction, Alpha Golf 1 via Juliet Echo Bravo and Alpha.
Taxi holding point Alpha Golf 1 via Juliet Echo Bravo Alpha, Beeline 129er. Okay.
Delta Alpha Echo report intentions.
Okay, so Alpha Golf 1.
Delta Alpha Echo Roger, report final runway 05 left.
Juliet Echo.
Thank you, report final
Bravo
runway
Alpha.
05 left, Delta Alpha Echo.
Bravo Alpha. Juliet Echo. Where's Bravo Alpha? Oh, he's just going to take me down Bravo, so... Okay. We're going to set one notch of flaps. Oh, there's actually a flap noise now.
Tower Easy 110, ready for push and start.
Easy 110, once the aircraft behind passes right to left, push and start is approved.
Yeah.
Can I give way to the passing aircraft and push and start approved, Easy 110?
That's me, sorry. Okay. They've actually got a flap noise. So there's not just... I noticed a few noises they added to the aircraft in 1.1 as well, so... Okay, so let's keep an eye on things here. This is Foxtrot. Yes, that is where I want to go. I want to take a right here, down Bravo. Just make sure that position...
On final 405 left, Delta Alpha Echo.
Pitot
Delta
tubes.
Alpha Echo Roger, runway 05 left, clear touch and go, surface winds 1207 knots.
Clear touch and go, runway 05 left, Delta Alpha Echo.
Noise doesn't change when I open the window, but you know, that's... when I had to reset the sim, well, I didn't really need to reset the sim, I just realized, I didn't realize how quickly the battery died. But the battery is only, in the DC-3, apparently only meant for the initial stage when you start the engines. Like, you can't sit on the battery for very long at all before it dies, so... you kind of need to at least start one engine to be able to cool tower. In the modern aviation setup, at least back in the 1940s, of course, ATC and everything was different. So, but what I was saying is, while I was restarting the sim, I reflected upon the amount of grouching. I was reflecting upon the amount of grouching I was doing about this aircraft, and realised that...
Traffic information is a light fixed winged aircraft, just doing a touch and go, going to be turning downwind after.
And the reason why I...
It's
just so loud. The reason why I...
How much Tower Easy 110 is ready for taxi?
Easy 110 taxi, hold the point Alpha Golf 1 via Juliet Echo Bravo and Alpha.
Juliet Echo Bravo and Alpha, Alpha Golf 1, Easy 110.
Delta Alpha Echo, report downwind with intentions.
Report downwind with intentions, Delta Alpha Echo.
The reason why...
55 Golf, runway 05 left, clear to land, surface winds 1207 knots.
Clear to land, 05 left, 255 Golf.
The reason why I do so little grouching is because 95% of the time I'm also always flying A2A aircraft, so go figure. Anyway, so with that we're going to tune 115.7 for nav 1, and you'll see the needle.
405 left for a full stop.
See the needle flick.
Delta Alpha Echo, roger. Traffic information, there's a Swiss Airbus A320, approximately 3 mile final, report in sight.
Aircraft in sight, Delta Alpha Echo.
Here's Alpha Golf 1.
Delta Alpha Echo, roger. Behind that traffic, report final, recommended separation, 5 nautical miles.
Behind the A320, report final, Delta Alpha Echo.
Let's just stop here. Yay! Model matching actually working for once. Down he goes. And there is the Cessna doing circuits. Very beautiful to see. Very beautiful indeed. Okay, mixture is rich, props are full. Fuel is set. Lights will be as required in a second whenever I pull across the instrument hold line. So the first is going to be Cranwell, which is just 423. Let's set Cranwell. Four, 2, 3, and that should come in if I get the range on Cranwell. Right click, NDB range. Yeah, you see we're not in range of Cranwell yet, but we should pick that up after hitting Trent and then going from Trent onwards. So let's add Trent as a move up.
Swiss 55 Golf, welcome to Manchester, taxi stand of choice via Juliet and Hotel.
Thank you. Stand up for my choice via Juliet and Hotel, 255 Golf.
On final 405 left, Delta Alpha Echo.
Delta Alpha Echo, roger. Runway 05 left, clear to land, surface winds 1207 knots.
Clear to land, runway 05 left, Delta Alpha Echo.
Okay, that's the flight plan. He's given him clearance to land. We've got
runway 129 behind the landing, Cessna 172, line up and wait, runway 05 left behind.
After the landing, aircraft line up and wait, 05 left behind B-line 129. It's not every day that an Airbus sees a DC-3 in front of it. Okay, so cowl flaps are open, which is the right setting. And we're pretty much set to go, as far as I can tell. The amount of wake turbulence that thing creates is very little, so we're just going to start moving forward now. Let's go. Position, lights, passing light as well. Beautiful looking thing. Like I say, the external model just check approach.
Request taxi, Delta Alpha Echo.
Delta Alpha Echo, taxi Taton via Bravo.
Taxi Taton via Bravo, Delta Alpha Echo.
Runway 453, push stop.
2 stations at once, brake, Ryanair 553 pushes that approved face south.
Push approved face south, runway 453.
Tower, good morning. This is EasyJet 8901. We're on stand 46. Information Julia, A319, looking for clearance to Gibraltar as filed.
Easy 8901, Manchester Tower, clear to Gibraltar, Listo 2 Sierra departure, squawk 0321.
Listo 2 Sierra 0321 for 8901, thank you.
And Easy 1963 is ready for push and start, please.
Easy 1963, push and start approved, facing west, brake, district. Easy 1963, push and start approved, face west.
Push and start approved, Easy 1963.
Beeline 129er, runway 05 left, clear for takeoff, surface winds 1207 knots.
Clear takeoff 05 left, beeline 129er.
Easy
Okay.
110 behind the departing aircraft, line up and wait, runway 05 left behind.
After the
Okay.
departing traffic, line up and wait 5 left behind, Easy 110.
43 inches manifold, max RPM, away we go. And the rudder starts to gain authority aerodynamically at roughly 70 knots, 60 to 70 knots of true of airspeed there. So we should be good now. And the nose starts to come down as we gain airspeed. And she should just lift off of her own accord. When she's ready. Actually, I'm giving her a little bit of upwards trim. I didn't trim her accurately, but positive rate, gear up. And she's thundering along. Up with the flaps. Now I'm going to throttle back to roughly between 30 to 35 inches manifold, and I'm going to bring it back to about 24 to 2500 RPM. And once I reach about 1,000 feet, I'm going to do a right-hand turnout. So, on with the autopilot. Let's go 90, let's go about 130.
Beeline 129er, contact Scottish Control 118775, bye-bye.
118775, thank you very much. Beeliner 129er. Scottish Control? I thought he said... Okay, 118. $118.77.
And Charlie, climb flight level 28 today, route direct Gasco.
Route direct Gasco and climb to, what was the altitude again? Was it 290?
Flight level 28 today.
Flight level 280, and just a heads up, it's pretty foggy because I've nearly crashed into the ground. I didn't see.
Roger. Soldier 49 Papa 07 clear land, surface wind 360 degrees 6 knots.
Clear to land 07, Soldier 49 Papa.
London Control, Beeline 129er, just departed Manchester, climbing as flight level 90.
So 129 London Control, hello, stop climb altitude 5,000 feet, and check your squawk please, 0377.
Climb altitude 5,000 feet, and we are a DC-3 with no transponder, equipment suffix Yankee, Beeliner 129er.
Beeliner 129, roger. In that case, it would be a procedural service.
Thanks. Whatever that means. Procedural. Up to 2,500 already, so I'm just going to pull off, I'm going to pull off on the climb, bring that down to about 8 degrees. That's where she likes to sit, and that will give us a little bit more speed. Now that we are in the climb, let's go to trail, which means that the cowl flaps trail in the airflow, which means they only open enough to cool the engine, and the airflow passing closes them, aerodynamically pressures them on the outside, which makes them close. So the faster we fly, the less cowl flap we have open, but the faster we fly, the more cooling goes in through the radials anyway, so it's just like an automatic setting. It's like an automatic cowl flap setting, so...
Channel X19, holding short, AGNT at runway 7.
Channel X19, thanks, behind the landing, 2E, Boeing 737-800, line up and wait, runway 07, behind.
So he's given us 5,000 feet.
I do apologise, could you repeat that please?
Yeah, behind the landing, 2E, Boeing 737-800, line up and wait, runway 07, behind.
I'm guessing I'm in front of him then, have I pushed? It's okay, I did the same because of the fog. Sorry about that.
I'm going to come off standard barometric pressure because he gave me 5,000 feet, not flight level 50. So...
recognise how foggy it was, so yeah, LVPs, but he's passed now, so line up and wait, runway 07.
Lining up on runway 7, Channel X19, thank you.
Port vacated.
Okay. Scottish Control, good morning, Easy 110 with you, let's go to Sierra.
Easy 110, London Control, hello, squawk.
Should have put the seatbelt signs on with PAX earlier on, but...
Okay then, and we'll maintain 5,000, Easy 110.
After 017, approaching Gasco, what is the further instruction?
Aztec 017, thanks, leave Gasco, heading 165, descend altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1009er.
After Gasco, heading 165 and altitude 6,000, QNH 1009er, Aztec 017.
0, climb flight level 19 0.
Alpha level 190, Easy 110.
Beyond 129, climb flight level 90 0.
Okay, 500 feet to go.
Climb flight level 9 today.
Was that me?
Contact 49 Papa, vacated Delta.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Project 49 Papa, thanks, Rocker Newcastle, taxi via Delta, holds short Delta ring.
Delta will hold Delta 8, Contact 49 Papa.
I didn't hear the B-liner, I thought he said...
7, clear takeoff,
something else.
Newcastle, 360 degrees 6.
Okay, that's standard standard barometric pressure is 29.902 in altimeter.
Channel 4, Quebec uniform.
Channel 4, Quebec uniform, Scottish, hello.
Okay.
We're on the ground at least Bradford, we're 737-800 with 1009, request IFR clearance please.
Channel 4, Quebec uniform, thank you, cleared to roads, Lamix 2 X-ray, runway 14, squawk 1152.
Coming up through the cloud layer.
4, squawk 115.
Nice and bright now.
Uniform.
Channel 4, Quebec uniform, read back correct. QNH 1009er.
Beautiful aircraft. Like I say, the look at the reflections.
17 descend altitude 3,000.
The reflection off the wings and everything. Beautiful.
14 descend with the glide path.
Really gives you a sense of where flight simulation is going with graphics and the level of things in. You know, if this is what we have now finally attained in P3D, then what it's going to be like in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is going to be just a whole new level.
Scottish Control, Golf X-ray 0 Charlie Victor, good day, level 160.
The one gripe I've had about P3D, or FSX and P3D, is their ridiculous lighting simulation.
Charlie Victor, London Control.
The way the lighting is set is really bad.
0517, Golf X-ray 0 Charlie Victor.
It's not realistic, the lighting, at all. But I'm looking forward to the new lighting algorithms in MS 2020. Just looking at that traffic over there on my right hand side. Nice getting up above the cloud layer now. And of course, in true DC-3 fashion, we don't have any DME or distance measuring equipment.
Easy 110, further climb Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
Okay, switching over to Unicom 128. Thanks, Jonas. See you again, Easy 10. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Aztec 017, clear turn. Heading descending 3,000 feet, radar control.
What is 3000? And, okay, and clear for ILS, yes, correct?
Hey, Firm, you're entering controlled airspace now, radar control.
Understood, 017.
Channel 59, Charlie, route direct Mammal.
Route direct to Mammal, Channel 59 Charlie.
Golf Charlie Victor, route direct Ottringham, Oscar Tango Romeo. What service do you require outside of controlled airspace?
Direct Oscar Tango Romeo and basic service for Golf Charlie Victor.
Golf Charlie Victor, roger, you're leaving controlled airspace in 13 miles, would be a basic service.
Golf Charlie Victor.
Centre Easy 82, correct. Charlie with you, leaving 175 for 80 left by Dane on the Dane 2 Alpha.
So that's the,
Easy 82, correct, Charlie.
by manipulating this knob, the course knob, you then get the radial from the VOR. You can see the radial. See by that we're good.
576.
Yeah, muffled there. Can you give me that again, please?
Norris Squawk 0576.
0576 for the Squawk, Easy 82, correct, Charlie.
Aztec 017, full establish.
Aztec 017, tanks 14, clear land. Surface wind lead 030 degrees, 11 knots.
So this heading indicator,
Runway 0, correction runway 14, Aztec 07.
this heading indicator is the ADF needle.
Subject 49 Papa.
Once we get close enough, that needle should flick up and show us the direct heading to Cranwell,
Subject 49 Papa, thank you.
which will be roughly 0905.
Continue on Alpha to stand 11, Subject 49 Papa.
1,000 feet to go. Just continue the climb here. Making sure that manifold pressure stays up. Let's go to
Channel X82, correct, Charlie, traffic for you is a DC-3, no radar contact, 12 miles at 12 o'clock, be 1,000 feet below, no factor.
lol. Hello! Hello! It's me! Don't worry about me! Oh, there he is. I don't see him yet. Okay, 200 feet to 9,000. 200 feet to, yeah, correction. Okay, there is the traffic, lol. Okay, we definitely don't want to go above 9,000. Not with a pensive EasyJet inbound on our nose. Five nautical miles in front now. Okay, I'm going to call that 9,000. Let's just nose down and watch the climb, the rate of ascent. Just keep feeding in, nose down. As she gains speed, she's going to start climbing. More speed over the wings means more lift. There she goes. That's so beautiful when he says DC-3, no radar contact. It's just like, yep, I am stealth. I am so stealth. Look at him go. No, I'm just like no radar can see me. Okay.
Easy 82 Quebec Charlie, decent flight level 8 today.
Level 80, easy 82 Charlie, Quebec Charlie.
Easy 82 Quebec Charlie, contact Manchester radar 118.575, bye.
18575, easy 82 Quebec Charlie, bye-bye.
Now we're in cruise.
Challex 59 Charlie, request server climb.
Challex 59 Charlie, Unicom 122, goodbye.
Call 122, decimal 8, bye-bye, have a great day.
Now we're in cruise. I just set cruise power and we can let go of these seatbelts. Just as long as we don't go over 9,000, I'm happy to be a few feet underneath.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened.
Okay, so that was my very haphazard departure from Manchester in the Aeroplane Heaven DC-3. I'm going to leave you with a few visuals as we cruise across the UK and then across the North Sea / English Channel down towards the coast of Holland and see how Amsterdam, see how they react to a DC-3 with no transponder trying to land in a fully staffed Amsterdam. Why do I do these things to myself?
We'll go.
Beeline 129 and nothing further for you, monitor Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
122.8, thank you very much, Beeline 129er.
Airbus 22 airborne passing 1,400 feet, climbing to altitude 4,000 feet.
Airbus 22, thanks. Fly heading 360 degrees, climb now, flight level 7, correction 80.
Heading 360 degrees, climb now, flight level 80, Airbus 22.
Sharks 4 Quebec uniform is ready for push and start.
Challex 4 Quebec uniform, thanks, push and start approved facing west, QNH 1009.
Push start phase facing west, we have the QNH with Sharks 4 Quebec uniform.
Scottish Control, good afternoon. Easy 8901, passing 3,000 for 6,000, listed 2 Sierra.
Easy 8901, Scottish Control, hello, score Kaiden, climb now, flight level 19 is today.
Score Kaiden up to 190, 8901.
Airbus 22, resume our navigation direct Mersey.
Aeronav Mersey, Airbus 22.
Airbus 22, descend flight level 7 today.
Descent level 70, Airbus 22.
Okay, so that's 122.8 set. It seems that spy was being a bit crazy. It calls that Manchester control, but that's not actually what it should be. It's actually Scottish control that was in control of me as an area controller as I left Manchester radar. That's London control actually isn't online, so I'm in Unicom until I get to Amsterdam radar. So we've got a bit in cruise with no ATC. which is fine as long as I can get some good Amsterdam Schiphol radar going on and some ATC. I can tell that I might be a bit too early to say, but it seems like the 1.2 update of the DC-3, it holds its altitude a lot better. Whenever I set the pitch reference in the autopilot to 0 or 1 degrees up, nose up, it holds its altitude very well. Usually I have to do a lot more tweaking of the of this knob here, the autopilot pitch reference, to try and maintain a level flight. See, at this point now I could probably go nose down a few tweaks here. Yeah, there we go. So we're now heading down a little bit. Also another thing, useful thing to remember with the Sperry autopilot is that, see how the autopilot pitch reference says 1 degrees? And if you twiddle your middle mouse button up and down, my middle mouse button is like indented, so I can feel each I don't know what you call it, tweak. Each tweak of the middle mouse button, that is 1 unit of click, for instance. You can do multiple clicks of the middle mouse up and down before it goes from, you see, it's not just 1 degree per click, it's actually a few. And those few degrees of... Siri, be quiet. Why Siri likes to think I'm talking to her when I'm recording YouTube videos. It's not whenever I'm doing anything else in the house, it's just whenever I'm recording. So what I'm trying to say is that to fine-tune your climb rate with the Sperry autopilot, all you need is 1 click of the middle mouse button up or down, and even though it still says 1 degrees or 2 degrees, there's a few clicks worth within each degree that give you a fine-tuning of your ascent or descent rate, if that makes sense. It's a bit deceiving. It doesn't help you. I mean, there's certain things about the aircraft so far that it's just not set out in the most user-friendly way. But there we go. So we have picked up our ADF or NDB already, and we can see we're heading pretty much directly to it. We have a headwind. Usually with NDB navigation, there's no radial, so you don't know what your drift factor is until you see the drift represented in the needle. Once you see the drift and what it's doing on the needle over time, then you can make an adjustment based off of what you think is your wind factor. So it's very much a kind of bit of give and take. One helpful thing you can do is if you're going from point to point, say I'm going from the VOR to the NDB, I can use the outbound radial of the VOR to help me keep on course, or if I'm going from NDB to NDB, I can use the NDB that I'm flying away from as well as the NDB that I'm flying to give me a greater sense of course. So what I'm going to do is that outbound radial from Trent is going to be 095. So if I go and select 095 on the course, it's going to give me the outbound of Trent, which is pretty much bang on, which is fine. And if you pull up Plan G, you can see we're pretty much tracking that perfectly. So that's not too bad. Yeah, NDB navigation, exciting stuff. I've not done it in a long time. This is a pretty much full NDB navigation, except when we get close to, we're going to do a bit of dead reckoning across the sea, across the English Channel, unless we use ourselves a VOR that is not with that course. We can't really use a VOR, so it's going to be interesting. NDB navigation is you do need to use your head a bit more, so You can't just follow a needle. You have to think about, okay, if I am this heading and with this heading the NDB needle is showing this position on the compass, that means I am on a line in between A and B kind of thing. So we will get to that when we get there. So yeah, just thought I'd update you. I'm just going to keep my altitude in hand, and apart from that, we're all good. Okay folks, we're back. Let's just have a look and see where we are. So we've gone a bit further since I was with you. You could see that I did actually have a wind change halfway through, and by the time I tuned the new station, I readjusted, and now we're outbound. And you can see again we've drifted down, so we'll just pick up the nose a bit and climb back up to 9,000 feet. You can see the DC-3, it's not bad at holding the autopilot. The Sperry autopilot isn't bad at holding where it wants to be, but it's not perfect. So over time it will drift. It will either climb or descend or whatever. So we're going outbound from our new, which is 417. So let's just tune 417 in the radio. Oh. There's 417. And there's the needle. So we are getting close. It's got, oh crap, yeah. They've got 55 outbound aircraft at Schiphol, which is going to be crazy. I am going to ask if I can land on the... Oh, let's just delete all that. I am going to ask if I can land on the 22 or 04 runway, which is the original Schiphol runway. And the original terminal would have been here, and this would have been the only runway. This is all newer. And so flying a DC-3 from the 1940s, this runway would have most likely been the only one there at the time. So I'm going to see if I can request that runway, specifically a visual for that runway. But we'll see what they say. But yeah, the DC-3 is flying really well so far. Only used about 20% of the total fuel in our flight so far. Obviously, I started with 100% fuel, which was a bit unrealistic, but trying to manage fuel in an aircraft like this is not easy in terms of predicting how much fuel you should need. So. Okay, so this should be 105, so I'm going to set 105 and leave it and wait until we get into the range of Charlie Hotel, which is 388.5, which I will tune now. .388. Oh, 388.5, like so. We won't see that now, of course, but by the time we get into range, we will. Next thing we should be doing is we should be contacting, or we should at least be listening in to Amsterdam radar, which is 125.75, so let's tune that. .125.75. Oh. Just look at that. Confirm that one more time. 125.75, yeah. Like so.
Speedbird 88 Tango. You're leaving Dutch airspace. Frequency change approved. Bye-bye.
Speedbird 88 Tango.
And it's cargo 608. You're leaving Dutch airspace. Frequency change approved. Bye-bye.
So when I get to that line,
British cargo 608.
Chinook 4 Quebec Uniform. Contact Langen 135725.
Langen 135725, Shanks, 4 Quebec uniform.
KLM 1766. Contact approach 121.2.
121 thank you for service. Have a good day. 176.
KLM 472. Climb flight level 350.
I'm going to preset 121.2 in the box.
KLM 788, request correction 789, request descent.
KLM 789, score 2775.
Score 2775, KLM 789.
Okay, this is going to be interesting. 1,000 feet to go as we're climbing back up to 9,000. So like I said before, we're going to be trying for that specific runway. Where am I? Here we go. 04 to 22. It might be worth calling him.
KLM 789, press descend.
I'm going to call him soon. I'm going to call him about here.
Alpha, arrival runway 27, descent flight level 190.
Okay, he's given someone 27.
Landing 27, 1019.
Landing 27, which is this one. So hopefully he'll give me landing 22.
472, you're leaving Dutch airspace, frequency change approved, bye-bye.
Hopefully.
Amsterdam radar, good evening, clear quarter 1325, climbing flight level 130, direct Arnhem.
Station calling second.
This is Air Koryo 1325, climbing flight level 130.
Air Koryo 1325, hello. That's an honor. Climb to flight level 250.
Climb to flight level 250, Air Koryo 1325.
569 Papa Lima, you're leaving my airspace, frequency change approved, bye-bye.
So we're going to have to be on the ball with frequency changes.
Good afternoon, Amsterdam radar, KLM 55, flight to 100, climbing 130, inbound with you.
Amsterdam radar, FedEx 1522, we're direct Woody climbing through 9,000 first, 13,000.
FedEx 1522, hello, climb level 260.
Flight level 260, FedEx 1522.
Contact 65 Bravo, proceed direct to Bravo Uniform Bravo, and climb to flight level 330. Contact 65 Bravo, proceed direct to Bravo Uniform Bravo, climb flight level 330.
We can get rid of that now. We don't need that. The second that we get into contact, he's going to tell us something different from our flight plan, because our flight plan is not going to work for that. So.
Bravo Uniform Bravo, FedEx 1522.
Contact 67 Charlie Alpha, direct Bravo Uniform Bravo, climb flight level 310.
Alright, the Brussels 01, climb flight level 310, Transaero 67 Charlie Alpha.
22. He might give me, if he gives me a VFR or visual approach, I think that would probably work best. It's not really going to help me.
Slavia 65 Bravo, jullie van mij airspace, frequency change approved, bye-bye.
Frequency change approved, Transavia 65 Bravo, bye-bye. Amsterdam radar, hello, Emirates 162, flight level 350 inbound Lamso.
Emirates 162, stand by.
This is the Zaanstad Canal. That is the Zaanstad Canal, which I might hear if I'm doing a visual. They might say come in via the Vanstad Canal, for instance, and then turn right over Amsterdam. Something random like that. Okay, now I'm above altitude. Dang it. Goodness sake.
This going, say again.
He's got some...
8711, hello, clarify default 260.
He's got...
Climb to flight level 260 flight, sky EGT 8711.
Amsterdam radar, Qatar 8203 with you.
Qatar 8203, hello, clarify default 250.
I'm already regretting my life decision and I haven't even contacted radar yet.
Easy 1156 with you, flight level 320. Easy 1156, hello, identified.
Can I request further descent?
Cancel 89, descent flight default 100 level Schiphol.
100 level by Schiphol, okay, 789.
Amsterdam radar, good afternoon. Beeline 129er with you, 9,000 feet.
Beeline 129er, hello. Proceed back to Schiphol for runway 06. Crash runway 27. Maintain flight level 90.
I say again for my direct 2 and maintain flight level 90.
It's a direct Schiphol, Sierra Uniform, Golf Oscar Lima.
Direct Sugol for Beeline 129er. He's given...
Amsterdam Center, good afternoon, Alpaca 9 for Tango, Kudus, 1 share departure, flight level 100, and climb flight level 130.
Blocked, Alpaca 9 for Tango, climb flight level 260.
Climb flight level 260, Alpaca 9 for Tango.
Can I 55 on this?
Okay, KLM 55?
KLM 55, climb flight level 190.
Climb 190, KLM 55.
Transavia 67 Charlie Alpha, Malta Unicom, bye-bye.
Unicom, Transavia 67 Charlie Alpha, goodbye.
FedEx 1522, climb flight level 330.
Climb flight level 330, FedEx 1522.
Qatar 272, 10,000, 100 for 130.
Qatar 272, climb flight level 250.
250, Qatar 272.
Amsterdam radar, Beeline 129er has no GPS, only radio navigation. Can I go direct Spiky Bore VOR, Sierra Papa Yankee?
First Air Carrier 1325, contact Lang and radar 135.725. Air Carrier 1325, contact Lang and radar 135.725.
Amsterdam Center, KLM 369 with you, flight level 130.
KLM 369, climb flight level 250.
Climb 250, KLM 369.
Beeline 129er, fly heading 090.
Heading 090, Beeline 129, thanks.
FedEx 152, Malta Unicom, bye-bye.
Unicom, FedEx 152, bye-bye.
Amsterdam radar on the rail 155, good afternoon.
Okay, so he did hear me. He decided not
On Air
to...
155, climb flight level 250, direct to Sonap.
FedEx Sonap, climbing flight level 250 on rail 155.
Qatar 8203, contact Langen radar 135.725.
135.2005, Qatar 8203, thanks.
Negative, 135.725.
135.735, Qatar 8203.
Good afternoon, Amsterdam radar, KLM 155, Delta, climbing through flight level 080 for 130.
Goodness sake.
Oh, they get blocked, okay. KLM 15 Foxtrot Delta, hello, Amsterdam radar, climbing through flight level 090 for 130.
KLM 15 Foxtrot Delta, climb flight level 250.
Flight level 250, 15 Foxtrot Delta.
I guess it's just the one.
Amsterdam, hello, KLM 904 Fox with you, descending through flight level 264.
And what's your position?
Inbound Hayden.
Ah, that helps. KLM 904 Foxtrot, hello, Squawk 2761, and it's the Helen 1 Alpha ride for runway 27.
Squawking 2761 and Hayden 1 Alpha arrival runway 27, KLM 904 Fox.
KLM 55, Malta Unicom, bye bye.
Malta Unicom, KLM 55.
Mike at Noaku flight tower 260.
Swiss 6 question, Swiss 4 for Mike, hello, direct R-tip for runway 27, descent flight level 70, level by R-tip.
Direct R-tip and leverage at R-tip at flight tower 70, Swiss 4 for Mike.
KLM 789er, descent flight level 70 after Schiphol, direct Sierra Papa Lima.
70 after Schiphol, direct Sierra Papa Lima to the approaching KLM 78.
Qatar 272, contact Langen radar 135.725.
35725, Qatar 272.
Fly Egypt 8711, climb flight level 330, direct Bravo, Uniform Bravo.
Again, for Egypt 8711.
Egypt 8711, climb flight level 330, proceed direct Bravo, Uniform Bravo.
Proceed direct Bravo, Uniform Bravo, and defend slash level 330 for Egypt 8711.
Double checking my frequencies.
Foxtrot identified, descent flight level 70, level by river, direct river for runway 27.
Descent flight level 70, direct river, expect level at river, and for the ILS 27. 94 Fox.
Amsterdam radar, hello, Emirates 160, flight level 350 on track, Coomer. Airbus 162, roger. Alpha Canada for Tango, climb flight level 330, direct Bravo, Uniform Bravo.
Climb flight level 330 and direct Bravo, Uniform Bravo, Alpha Canada for Tango.
Swiss 4 off Mike after Arctic direct Titfo. Swiss 4 off Mike after Arctic direct Titfo.
Sorry, can you spell it for me please, Swiss 4 for Mike?
Swiss 4 off Mike after Arctic direct Titfo, the initial approach fixed for runway 27.
To the initial point for the runway 27 after R-tip Swiss 4 for Mike.
Amsterdam radar, hello, Qatar 305 with you, 130 inbound Rivulet.
Qatar 305, climb flight level 250.
Up to 250, Qatar 305.
KLM 365, climb flight level 230.
We'll be passing flight level 130.
KLM 369er, climb flight level 330.
Climb flight level 330, KLM 365.
Jet 3 Delta Bravo, climb flight level 260, direct Bravo, Uniform Bravo.
Flight level 260 and direct Bravo, Uniform Bravo, Jet 3 Delta Bravo.
Qatar question, only Air 155, contact Langen radar 135.725. Bye bye, all the 6 clients, say again.
71 Yankee India, 3.5 miles from Pampas, 130.
Should 7 Yankee India, climb flight level 250.
250.
Amsterdam radar, hello, KLM 09 inbound Noaku flight level 260.
KLM 09er, direct R-tip for runway 27, descent when ready, flight level 70, level by R-tip.
Direct to R-tip and flight level 70, direct on R-tip, KLM 09.
Sky Egypt 8711, Malta Unicom, bye bye.
Tango with you descending 110.
Fly Egypt, Sky Egypt 8711, Malta Unicom, bye bye.
124 in for Sky Egypt 8711.
EC4 of Alpha Tango, squawk 7325.
For a second.
7325.
7325, EC4 for Alpha Tango.
Alpha Canada for Tango, Malta Unicom.
1 to Unicom, Alpha 10, 9 for Tango.
Amsterdam Sent, K1221, good day. We're currently going direct to Salot, ETA 4 minutes to Salot.
KLM221, hello, continue red for an Alpha for runway 06, ben ready, descent flight to full band. Okay, let's try it again. KLM221, continue red from an Alpha arrival runway 27, ben ready, descent flight to full band 00, level by Schiphol.
FM, can you repeat by Sogol?
Band 00 by Schiphol.
FM 100 by Sogol, and yeah, continue on navigation.
Yeah, on the red van Alpha, break. KLM 15 Foxtrot Delta, climb flight level 330.
330, Foxtrot Delta.
Qatar 305, contact Langen radar, 135.725.
135.725, Qatar 305, thank you.
KLM 09er, after RTIP, direct to Titfo.
After RTIP to Titfo, KLM 09er.
Amsterdam, hello, Martin 6922, 130.
Martin 6922, climb flight level 250.
Level 250, Martin 6922.
Series 4 of my contact arrival, cost only 118.4.
118.4, drop out with 4 for Mike.
KLM 789er, contact Schiphol approach 121.2.
121.2, KLM 789, thank you, bye bye.
EC4 for Alpha Tango, expect to convey here 27, descent flight level 70, after Schiphol, Sierra Papa Lima.
Level 70 after Schiphol, direct Sierra Papa Lima, runway 270, D4 pardon.
KLM 221, direct to Schiphol, and after Schiphol, direct Sierra Papa Lima.
Can you repeat, please?
KLM 221, proceed direct to Schiphol, and after Schiphol, direct Sierra Papa Lima.
After, direct to Schiphol, after Schiphol, Papa Lima.
071 Yankee India, contact Langen radar 135.725. Yankee India, contact Langen radar 135.725.
135.725, thanks so much.
Radar good day, Qatar 2 Yankee Charlie, maintaining flight level 130.
Qatar 2 Yankee Charlie, climb flight level 250.
Climb flight level 250, Qatar 2 Yankee Charlie.
Martin 6922, contact Langen 135.725.
135.725, Martin 6922, muzzle.
Tot je 320 Bravo, climb flight level 410.
Blocked, could you repeat from Jet 3 Delta Bravo?
From Jet 3 Delta Bravo, climb flight level 410.
415 from Jet 3 Delta Bravo.
Can matter for Foxtrot, after river Sierra Papa Lima.
After river Sierra Papa Lima, 9 for Foxtrot.
Can 369er, moment Unicom, bye bye.
Unicom, succes.
Can 15 Foxtrot Delta, Unicom, bye bye.
Unicom, bye bye, 15 Foxtrot Delta.
EC4 Alpha Tango, contact Schiphol approach 121.2.
Approach 112, EC4 5 Alpha Tango, bye bye.
KLM 09er, after RTIP, direct Titfo.
After RTIP, direct to Titfo, KLM 09er.
Can matter for Foxtrot, contact Schiphol approach 121.2.
121.2, KLM 9 for Foxtrot.
KLM 214 Papas with the climbing flight level 130 bound to Papas.
KLM 214 Papa, climb flight level 250.
Climb flight level 250, KLM 214 Papa.
Qatar 2 Yankee Charlie, contact Langen radar 135.725.
135.725, Qatar 2 Yankee Charlie.
Amsterdam, Tosavia 53 Victor, goedemiddag.
Tosavia 53 Victor, climb flight level 260, direct November India Kilo.
260 direct Nick, Tosavia 53 Victor.
Amsterdam radar, Servus Tirol, Jet 901, climbing, passing flight level 112, climbing flight level 130.
Tirol Jet 901, climb flight level 260, direct Bravo, Uniform Bravo.
Climb flight level 260 and direct Bravo, Romeo Bravo, Tirol Jet 901.
Negative, Bravo, Uniform Bravo, Brussels VOR.
Bravo, Uniform Bravo, Tirol Jet 901.
Okay, to the 1 descent now, flight level 100, you're coming in too high.
Climbing flight level 130.
KLM 221, descent now, flight level 100, you're coming in too high. KLM 425, climb flight level 250.
Flight level 250, KLM 425.
KM21 for Papa, contact long and radar 135.725. KM21 for Papa, contact long and radar 135.725.
135.75, KM2 for Papa, bye bye.
Alpaca 563, direct RTIP for runway 27, descend flight level 70, level RTIP.
Amsterdam, Qatari 8204, climbing to flight level 130.
Qatari 8204, climb flight level 250.
Climb flight level 250, Qatari 8204.
Amsterdam, hello, Aeroplane 3 Sierra Tango inbound.
He's going to pass me off to approach soon. Once I get to circle, he's going to pass me off to approach.
Alpine 3 Sierra Tango, climb flight level 250.
Climb level 250, Alpine 3 Sierra Tango.
Tiljet 91, climb flight level 310.
Climbing flight level 310, Tiljet 91.
KM 09, contact arrival 118.4.
118.4 kilometer 9.
Emirates 162, contact long air 135.725.
Logan 135.75, Emirates 160, wait.
Amsterdam control speed of 305 for descending flight level 100 with you.
Viber 305, hello, direct Schiphol for runway 27, descend flight level 100.
Schiphol and descend flight level 100 305.
Tomjet 3 Delta Bravo, Monte Unicom, bye bye.
Unicom, target day, Tomjet 3 Delta Bravo.
Bye bye, Transavia 53 Victor, climb flight level 350, direct Bravo, Uniform Bravo.
350, direct Bravo, Uniform Bravo, Transavia 53 Victor.
Okay, it's coming
Alpaca
soon.
563, after RTIP, direct Titfo.
Okay, 1221, flight level 100 has reached.
KM21, roger, maintain, actually descend flight level 70 and contact Schiphol approach 121.2.
FM, descend to flight level 70 and contact on, get your speed frequency.
121.2.
121.2, bye bye.
Beeline 129er, turn right, heading 110, descend flight level 70.
Turn right heading 110, descend flight level 70, beeline 129er.
Amsterdam Hello, Transavia 27 Charlie, climbing flight level 130 to Lecco.
Transavia 27 Charlie, hello, climb flight level 260, direct Bravo, Uniform Bravo.
Flight level 260, direct Bravo, Uniform Bravo, Transavia 27 Charlie.
Okay, descending.
Meridian 77 on this.
In your SOs.
DC 1156, Unicom, bye bye.
Unicom, bye.
Meridian 737 on this.
Amsterdam, hello, KLM 273, Randy 1 Victor, passing 9000, passing flight level 90.
KLM 273, climb flight level 250.
250, KLM
final descent into Amsterdam. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect
1,000 to go.
one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and
Control, good afternoon.
Whoa, that's a descent rate we don't really need.
pocket or under the seat in front of you.
KLM 322, climb flight level 260.
260, KLM 3.
And beauty question, Beeline 129er, contact Schiphol approach 121.2.
121.2, 129er, thank you.
Super 305, descend flight level 80 after shoot.
Speed 350, easy 45 off, thank you.
Schiphol approach, beeliner 129er with you descending flight level 70.
Beeliner 129, hello, Vectors ILS approach runway 27, information India.
Vectors for the ILS runway 27, information India, beeline 129er.
Yeah, 129, are you able to maintain 220 knots?
Negative. If it's okay with you, I am a DC-3. If you want to give me the original runway, either runway 22, is that okay?
It's kind of busy, so it will be runway 27 because it's interfering with the approach part of runway 27. If you can just maintain your best forward speed for now, that will be great.
Hey, firm, Wilco 129er. And thank you, blew through my 7,000 feet. Let's just bring that up. So he said radar vectors to 27. So he's going to bring us in where everyone else is. So with radar vectors, I am going to pull that up. That is 1155. What am I doing? Oh. There we go. So that was 1150 with a 268.
For 305, hello, descent flight level 70. Vector ILS approach runway 27, information India.
Now let's go for, I think it's going to be
7,000 information India and
tower. It's going to be main or Papa.
145 Alpha Tango, descent flight level 40.
1 level 40, easy 45 off Tango.
11922.
KLM 221, left heading 090. Left heading 090, KLM 221.
Approach hello Martin, race on 41 after departure, passing 4,000 feet.
11922 for my...
8141 identified, climb flight level 130.
Okay, he's made my job quite difficult in keeping as fast as possible.
C45 Alpha Tango, speed 220 knots, arrival 118.4, call sign only.
Speed 220, arrival call sign 18.4, UT45 Alpha Tango.
KLM 427 Alpha, Amsterdam, 125.750. 12750, KLM 427 Alpha, please. KLM 94 Foxtrot, right heading 090, descent flight level 40. Right 090 and descent flight level 40, KLM 94 Foxtrot.
Alright boys, here we go. This very dramatic flight through the clouds.
KLM 221, speed 220 knots.
Alright, Amsterdam.
KLM 221, speed 220.
Let's do it. Game on.
KLM 94 Foxtrot, contact arrival, call sign only, 118.4. 118.4, KLM 94 Fox. Martin 8141, contact Amsterdam, 123.850.
123.850, Martin 8141, bye-bye.
Transavia 2136 would be climbing through 3000 on the 2110 departure.
Transavia 2136 identified, climb flight level 130.
Up to 130, Transavia 2136.
Sorry, 8205, wish you at 6,000 feet.
Qatari 8205 identified, climb flight level 130.
130, Qatari 8205.
Beeline 129er, turn left heading 090.
Turn left heading 090, beeline 129er.
Stewart 305, turn left heading 070.
070, 305.
Gonna see if I can go as fast as I can to fit in with the rest of the traffic.
UPS 3 Delta identified, maintain flight level 60, there's traffic above you.
Skipper maintaining 60, UPS 3 Delta.
Amsterdam, Cargo Lux Italia with you, on the Burger 1 Sierra departure out of runway 24.
Cargo Italia 856 identified, climb flight level 130.
Okay, up to flight level 130 for Cargo Lux Italia 856.
This is gonna get crazy.
KLM 221, descend flight level 40, speed 220.
Descend flight level 40, speed 220.
UPS 3 Delta, climb flight level 130.
If only I could get more speed.
UPS 3 Delta, turn right heading 090.
Right heading 090, UPS 3 Delta.
Italia 8205, contact Amsterdam 125.750.
Let's go Auto Rich.
125 Qatari 8205.
Zavia 2136, contact Amsterdam 123.850.
123.850,
Beautiful scenery.
Schiphol departure, goedemiddag, cabin 589 with you passing 2000.
This is the
589 identified, climb flight level 130.
This is the Orbex. Orbex Netherlands True Earth.
Sword 305, turn right heading 090.
He's going to bring us round here.
KLM 589, turn right heading 120.
Kite 120, KLM 589.
KLM 221, contact arrival 118.4, call sign only.
118.4, call sign only, KLM 221.
Bye bye. UPS 3 Delta, direct to Arnhem.
Direct to Arnhem, UPS 3 Delta.
Speedbirds going around me.
Triple departure, goedemiddag, was Avia 6 Quebec Whiskey, climbing 3200 for flight 60.
Avia 6 Quebec Whiskey identified, climb flight level 130.
What's your climbing flight level 130, 6 Quebec?
That's the runway threshold down there.
And KLM 589 has stopped climb flight level 60.
Flight level 60, okay, 589.
Just there.
KLM Cargo Lux 856, contact Amsterdam 125.750.
Can you repeat that frequency for Cargo Lux Italia 856?
125.750.
Okay, over to 125.750 for Cargo Lux Italia 856.
Square 305, descend flight level 40.
Right now 40, 305.
Yeah, they're pretty much all going around me.
KLM 589, climb now flight level 130.
Beautiful scenery, look at that. Never get tired of looking at the Dutch landscape. Look at that, beautiful. That really is P3D at its best in Orbex. I really do hope Orbex finds its way into MS 2020. I'm sure it will.
125.750, UPS 3 Delta, thank you, bye bye.
Oh, I climbed.
Square 305, contact arrival, call sign only 118.4.
118.4, thank you, bye bye.
Now, how's he going to fit me in? I'm happy to do a... I'm happy to do a holding pattern.
Transavia 557, hele goede dag. We maintain flight level 60 due to traffic above you.
Happy to do a holding pattern if that works for him.
KLM 589, direct to Arnhem.
Direct Arnhem, KLM 589.
Sorry for the delay at Transavia 557 by accident. I muted the sound, sorry.
Transavia 557, maintain flight level 60, traffic above you.
Maintaining for now 60, Transavia 557.
Transavia 6 Quebec Whiskey, contact Amsterdam 123.850.
Roger, Amsterdam 123.850, Transavia 6 Quebec Whiskey, bye.
Beeline 129, descent flight level 40, speed 180.
Descent flight level 40, speed 180, beeline 129er.
Transavia 557, right heading 180.
Alright, he's given me a speed.
Right heading 180, Transavia 557.
KLM 589, contact Amsterdam 125.1750.
Amsterdam rijden 125.1750, KLM 589, bound tot dienst.
Roger, low, FedEx 985, kudos on Sierra passing 2500.
FedEx 9825 identified, climb flight level 130.
130, FedEx 9825.
Radar, be advised, beeline 129er, we are happy to do some circuits or holding pattern until the time is right, as our final approach speed is roughly 100 knots.
Beeline 129er, there is no other approaching traffic behind you for the next 5 minutes, it seems, so it's fine.
Thanks, 129er.
Tower 67 Echo with you, probably passing through 3000.
We could always...
557, climb flight level 130.
We could always divert to Rotterdam or Lelystad if it's too
Beeline
crazy.
129, contact arrival, call sign only 118.4.
118.4, call sign only, thanks.
Qatari 67 Echo identified, climb flight level 130.
Level 130, Qatari 67 Echo.
Cargo King 35 Romeo passing 2000.
But 305 to heading 240, clear approach runway 27.
240, set that, first right is 305.
Pocket 563, contact tower, 119.225, bye.
Schiphol Tower, beeline 129er.
Beeline 129, hello. Descent 3000 feet, QNH 1011.
Descend 3,000 feet, beeliner 291. Okay, we're going a healthy 200 knots here.
Mr. Approach, currently going to 190 at 2,000 feet.
Beeline 129 to heading 180.
180, beeliner 291.
Okay, 221, hello, will be vectors for approach runway 27, turn right heading 090.
FM still turning right heading 090, KLM 21.
Okay, going to local QNH, which is, yeah, just hitting the B key. And descending 3,000. And let's hold 3,000, let's not punch through it like a sack of hot potatoes.
Okay, 221 seems your bank angle limit is a bit low. Can you please check if your bank angle limit is set at 30 degrees?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we set up our localizer and glide slope earlier, so we should see that coming in.
And I want to descend 2,000 feet.
2,000, 129er. Okay, landing lights on, seatbelts are already on. We are 180 on the speed, that's great. That's what he asked for, that's what he's getting. Look at that beautiful scenery. Oh, I really picked the best approach, the best arrival airfield for you guys today, didn't I? Look at that.
Seabird 305, maintain 18 onto the light, 160 until 4.
And I could always divert to Lelystad or Rotterdam if that's...
Seabird 305, you're number 2, you are 8 miles behind medium Boeing. Contact tower 119.225, bye.
Number 2,
2000 coming up.
Tower speed.
Seabird 305, frequency 119.225.
Number 2, 119.225, bye bye.
It's 2000. Leveling out. Thank you. Level out, boys.
Beeline 129 and heading 240, clear approach runway 27.
240 and cleared approach runway 27, beeline 129er.
Can 221, turn right heading 140 and descend 2000 feet.
140, descend 2000, KLM
Okay.
221.
Excellent. And that is the localizer. So let's turn 27.
Can 221, speed 180 knots.
Speed 180 knots, KLM 221.
And Beeline 129 maintain 180 until the glide and 160 until 4. Yeah, 129, maintain 180 until the glide, 160 until 4.
Maintain 180 to the glide and 160 to 4. Beeline 129er. Be advised we are at DC3, so our final approach speed will be roughly 100 knots.
That's copied. Again, 221, I'm going to take you to the localizer.
Can you repeat? KLM 221.
And
We are
I will take you through the localizer.
We are able to maintain 180, so that's good. It's just slowing down is going to be my issue. We have no spoilers or anything, so this is going to be interesting. And we're coming off the localizer there. Let's get back on.
And 221, heading 300, clear approach runway 27.
Not used to hearing the beeline call sign, so that's...
300.
I've missed a couple of calls.
Via 129, you are number 2, 6 miles behind medium Airbus. Contact tower 119.225, goodbye.
119er 225, beeline 129er, thanks. Oh, crap, I wasn't even on the tower, so... 119.225. Schiphol Tower, beeline 129er.
Beeline 129er, hello, continue approach.
Continue approach, beeline 129er. Okay. Did come off localizer, but I have visual with the runway, so we're all good. Rocking at roughly 200 knots. And this is where I'm going to slow down, boys. I know this DC-3. I've flown it enough before to know that this thing can come in way too high and way too fast, way too easily. I'm going to bring it all the way down to the... I'm going to bring it all the way down to the beep. RPM full. Mixture's full. Bleeding off the speed now. Hopefully, I'll probably make a flaps up landing at this rate.
Lufthansa 6835, cleared for takeoff, runway 24, wind 08085, and then contact departure on 1212. Bye-bye.
1212, clear for takeoff, Lufthansa 635, thank you, bye-bye.
Beeline 129er is clear to land runway 27.
Clear to land runway 27, might be a late landing, Beeline 129er.
Speed per 305, contact ground on 1218, bye-bye.
1218, bye-bye.
Okay, I need to keep my nose up to bleed speed to get the gear down in time to land, so I'm not going to be landing on the proper threshold here. Whoa, lag spikes, so much loading. Whoa, lag spikes, babes. It's okay, babes. Right, I'm going to call that gear down speed, the yellow line. Now with the gear down speed, I am going to pop flaps actually. Yeah, there we go. Similar kind of maneuver that I pulled with the Constellation coming into Heathrow. It's all about maintaining as fast a speed as possible, late as possible.
7 nautical miles from 27.
As late as possible, and then slowing down as quickly as possible. And the descent rate of these old vintage beasts is much better than, you know, once you've got enough drag out, the descent rate is not bad. So actually I wasn't too bad with that. My goodness, I was a little bit afraid there, but we're all good. Okay, flaring, because the wheels touch down before you know it in the DC-3. There you go, there's wheel touchdown. Very nice.
Power column 57 Charlie 07.
Oh, that was...
57 Charlie, hello, runway
okay.
24, Sierra 7, wind 080 at 5, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff from 2407, contact from Charlie.
I'm going to go next turn off. Flaps up. Open the cowl flaps for taxi.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Amsterdam. The local time is 3:17 p.m. and it's currently about 24 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the
Beeline 129er, expedite vacate to the left, traffic is close behind, and contact ground 1218, bye-bye.
1218 and expedited 27, Beeline 129er, thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, 121, 10 nautical miles.
Roger.
Okay, ground 1218.
Okay, 221 is clear to land runway 27.
FM clear to land runway 27, K1221.
Schiphol ground, Beeline 129er just vacated 27.
First, can 27 Charlie still on this? Yep. 27 Charlie, contact tower, 119.225.
119.225, Kevin, 27 Charlie.
And best 129, good day. Confirm parking General Aviation?
Affirm for Beeline 129er.
Beeline 129er, left turn onto Alpha at Echo 4, cross runway 18 left.
Left turn on Alpha, Echo 4 and cross runway 18 left, Beeline 129er.
Echo, parallel 239, taxi runway 36 left.
Ah, come on.
First Cannon 433, contact tower 118.275.
118.275, KLM 433, thank you for the accent.
Oh, Shiza. I need to go across and then...
239er, taxi to holding point runway 36 left at Whiskey 5, cross runway 36 center, and you will be following traction, and you'll just have to wait for the Egypt Air 777 pushing back on your right hand side to taxi out.
36 left, Whiskey 5, cross on center and wait for the
Phew.
Air 777.
Okay, Echo 4.
Super 305, standby 121.7.
Amsterdam ground, K121 currently on November 4, ready, taxiing to terminal.
Scheiße.
6 Echo ready for taxi.
Scheiße.
Ik ben ready for taxi. Currently on November 4.
The call was for 6 Echo.
No, we are not ready for taxi now. In about 1 to 2 minutes we're ready.
Check. KLM 221, welcome. Left turn onto Bravo, then via Alpha 16 onto Alpha. Your gate is Delta 27.
Okay, I didn't overshoot.
Turn left onto Bravo, and then can you repeat? I'm gonna write it down.
KLM 221, it's so via Bravo, then at Alpha 16 onto Alpha, to gate Delta 27.
We're on today, once you run with that Foxtrot 9, there's pushback.
Whew. Ran
KLM
across.
221 just need to repack. Bravo, Alpha 16 onto Alpha.
Bravo onto Alpha 16, then onto Alpha, then gate 27.
Correct. KLM 214 ready for taxi?
Yep, we're ready.
KLM 214, taxi 36 left at Whiskey 5, cross runway 36 center.
Echo 4, there we go.
Whiskey 5, cross 36 center, KLM 214.
Jersey 131 clear of the KLM 787 behind you, the startup and pushback are approved.
Roger, once KLM 787 behind is clear, start.
Seabird 616, just for your information, I haven't forgotten you, however the KLM is taking ages to push back. I hope he's going to clear you in about 1 minute and then I will call you back.
Roger, Seabird 616.
Egypt Air 541, taxi runway 24 Sierra 7.
Runway 24 Sierra 7, Egypt Air 41.
KLM 87 X-ray, once clear of the company 787 behind you, startup and pushback are approved.
He said cross, which is fine.
When the company 787 is gone, then we'll push back.
Martin Air 5775, contact tower 118.275.
Whew, my goodness, folks, that was...
Behind 129, stand by on 121, actually contact ground 121.7.
121.7, 129er. Why is he giving me... Schiphol ground, beeline 129er.
Beeline 129er, hello, continue.
Continue to GA parking, beeline 129er.
Yeah, beeline 129er, go to hold short, runway 22.
Hold short, runway 22, beeline 129er. Okay, so he said hold short, runway 22, which I should.
Left 129er, at go to cross runway 22.
Wow, that's a handful. That really is a handful on a day like today, but with an aircraft like this.
Cross runway 22.
At Golf, cross runway 22, beeline 129er.
Beeline 129, at Golf 2.
At Golf 2, thanks, 129er. Yeah, Golf 2. Ah, right. We need some old 1940s music now, just to calm us down. How about them, the Andrew sisters? We could do with some Andrew sisters right now. Okay, there is my Golf 2. As displayed on the taxi sign, the signage, the information. Right, okay, so we're gonna just pull up at the GA parking on the left-hand side. My brain is fried, guys. I don't really know what to think after that. There's just so much that you're listening to and so much that is going on that you just try not to make a mistake and you keep out of everyone else's way.
Hold short, contact tower 119.125, bye-bye.
19225 for the KLM 47 Bravo.
Yeah, I asked for this one and he wasn't given it, so I asked for runway 22, but he said it wouldn't work. It would cut across everyone else's path. But then by the time I got there, no one else was around, so I could have taken it, I guess. It's just standard protocols and all, you know. Just make sure that Well, folks, I hope that gives you some small glimpse into the potential hazards and challenges of flying a DC-3 on VATSIM. Frequency with change approved. Thank you very much for your ATC. Good afternoon, Beeline 129er.
Right.
Okay, so there we go. Excuse me. Yeah, so I think not having a transponder is the first thing that people are going to be like, lol, what? And particularly your approach speed in areas of high traffic volume. Your approach speed is going to be a big issue. So I would suggest in an aircraft like this, get comfortable with doing, or at least practicing some holding patterns, because being able to tell a controller, hey, I'm happy, I'm really happy, I'm fine to sit in a holding pattern for you if that's what you want, if there's too much traffic around right now. Let's just watch that aircraft come in. I'm just going to pull in front of this building. Pause track IR and just take a deep breath. I feel I deserve a bit of a medal there. That was a bit of a stupid thing to do on a day like today, but it was fun. It was fun. GA, look at that. It even says GA terminal. Look how amazing I am. I just pulled that right out of my head, and I just arrived right where I should be. Don't quite care for those flickering textures though. But yeah, folks, let's just go and shut the aircraft down before we do anything else. So to shut the aircraft down, we'll just shut our lights off first. Batteries off, pitot heat off, and the way we shut down is we literally just mixture to idle cutoff. Like so. Let's go back there and touch that button that we were going to do. And let people get the baggage out. There we go. Right. Okay. It's right. There you go, folks. That is a DC-3, a British European Airways DC-3 flight from Manchester to Amsterdam. Of course, an Amsterdam that looks completely different today than it would have been whenever this flight was properly done. And of course, the flight planning info that was given, if you wanted to fly it accurately, you would not be able to fly it online, because you are then, of course, ATC is trying to fit you around modern aviation. So if you wanted to fly this completely accurately, you know, and land on this runway and taxi to exactly where you would have taxied to at the original terminal, which would have been here. It's no longer here. I think it's been moved brick by brick to an aviation museum in Holland somewhere. But to do all of that properly, you would have had to have done it offline, which is fine. I enjoy a lot of offline flying myself. It would be really cool someday if someone was able to make an AI traffic pack of like vintage aircraft from like the prop age, and then vintage aircraft from the early jet age, you know, that kind of thing. So you could just click a button and then it would filter out all of the aircraft that are not modern, so that when you fly in your vintage aircraft and do your vintage routes, you're flying around AI aircraft that at least give you a sense that you're in the right time and place. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and yeah, I think I'll go and make some tea, have some caffeine. But I always enjoy flying into Amsterdam. Amsterdam's one of those airports that just the way the runways are all set up and the taxiways and the ATC, there's always something going on in Amsterdam. And VATSIM, it's always a fun place. And I love KLM. I love something about the livery. I just love the KLM livery, and they fly to a lot of great destinations. So there we go. Next time I will pick up the KLM livery for the DC-6 whenever Aeroplane Heaven get round to releasing their livery packs for this aircraft, because I definitely would like to fly the KLM DC-3 as well as the other various liveries that it did have. It was quite a popular aircraft for its time. A lot of airlines flew this aircraft, and I am looking forward to being able to fly the DC-3 for KLM alongside the DC-6, which I've done some flights for as well. If you guys would like to see me fly more of the DC-6 for various airlines, you just let me know in the comments below. And with that, I will leave you, as this has already been a fairly long video. Before I leave you, I will just have a look. That was the flight, essentially. That was the vectoring that they gave me. Very nice vectoring, and that's the taxi instructions. Let's just hit complete, 25 feet per minute. That's not bad for DC-3. And let's go and see what the passengers said. Let's go. Oh no, you go menu, end flight. Unsafe takeoff, unexpected arrival delay, soft landing. Well, again, when they say unsafe takeoff and you're flying a DC-3, like the parameters for an app like this, expect you to be flying a jet, a commercial jet like an A320 or a 737, and it's a completely different speed. It's a completely different speed that you're flying at, and different set of flight parameters. Aircraft handling characteristics, aerodynamics, it's a whole different thing. So whenever I see that, when I'm flying a DC-3, or whenever I see unsafe landing, I'm a bit like, take it with a pinch of salt. Yeah, so that was blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, so how much over did I run? Actual arrival. Planned arrival. Oh, was I almost an hour late? Wow. Planned arrival was 12:59. And actual arrival was 13:18. Oh, okay, it's only what? It's only 19 minutes late. I mean, that's standard. That's standard. That's standard for Schiphol, mate. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. Have an enjoyable weekend, and stay safe out there. I will catch you later.